Pickle, he would never touch water. The basic hygiene was there at a household level. But I think as people, today we are confused what is hygiene. Today when it goes to the extreme, I was the other day listening to a doctor who said how to wash your hand. And we have almost started treating our palm as our enemy, which will always choke us anytime. This is the other extreme. You know, today in US, 14% people are allergic because of hygiene. We should understand this in the same token, that our body consists of 100 trillion cells. 90 trillion cells belong to bacteria. People ask, you are a guest in our body. What is this hygiene and purity we talk about? We want basic hygiene, hand washing, clean, neat things that nobody needs to tell us. Nobody needs to tell us. Most of our food facilities, unfortunately, they do not have this basic hygiene.
So he brought out the point about these big manufacturers who keep it in under that circumstances, as he said, they use a lot of preservatives, but would that be cleaner than what it is, or have you found anything anywhere here in the city, big manufacturers, so-called big manufacturers, also flouting rules?
Madam, I didn't understand your question.
Now, do big manufacturers, large manufacturers also break rules?
That we will not, so far we have not, maybe I don't know, sir.
It's difficult to say.
Yeah.
See, the food safety is a last priority of the government.
Here,
see, anywhere good infrastructure should be there.
Ironically, food security happens to be
food security is different from food safety.
That's what. So food safety, which is more important.
Even in the food security, as he says, rotten grains may be being given. Poor people, they get for 2 rupees or 3 rupees, so people may be eating it. But again,
where it's kept and how it's kept.
Yes. Food safety, they are worried about food security because of votes. Not for sympathy to the food.
But coming back to the topic, right? Food safety is not a priority in the country.
If you ask, they say, yes, we have brought Food Safety and Standards Act. It has got so many provisions. Impose penalty 10 lakh, 5 lakhs, imprisonment, life imprisonment. They will tell. But how many are done?
Not even one imprisonment.
Not even. 2 years over. 2 years over. Tell me. They let them give the statistics. How many? Even there may be 3 people. Whether they have done any raid or tested, and how many licenses they have issued. How many street vendors, street food sellers have been issued license, have been created awareness that you need to maintain hygiene, you need a license, these are the conditions to be met. Yes, they have made a pamphlet for their, but how many licenses they have issued? Let them come out.
See, I think that is the key point.
Yes.
Mr. Riker, see,
sorry. Yes.
See, even the last time when you went on a raid, physically you didn't have staff. When people started attacking you, you fled, you left the place. Next they came to your office and they started speaking very rudely to you. Even there you didn't have any safeguards. You didn't have the police backup, or aren't you feeling vulnerable in a...
For that reason, today's matter is different. Even though that 3 factories we are seized, that gutka factories, sir.
You seized, but you didn't get much material.
Sir, here what happened, sir? Food Safety and Standard Act, our consumer activists also telling something, our scientists also, that whatever you have to give more opportunity to our scientists, because here's the manufacturer. Actually, he knows what is the manufacturing difficulties. Then let it be. Here what happened, sir? Food Safety and Standard Act implemented for 5th 2011 throughout India. Here Act itself is telling to educate the manufacturer, small manufacturer. Only punish the people is not. Previous act is only punishing. Prevention of Food Adulteration Act.
Is a deterrent. It is a deterrent. See, it is a deterrent. See, suppose 1 year you create awareness.
No, sir.
And through stringent punishment.
Yes.
People will be scared.
People today people only about this deterrent. Not with the.
Please go on, Mr. Riker.
Nowadays, Food Safety and Standard Act only 2 years completed. That means
how many have you penalized under this act?
Pre-nursery is completed now. Pre-nursery.
You can't say pre-nursery for food safety, because you've been in this business for all the
Food Adulteration Act is there from 1954. Food safety.
Yes.
1954.
From 1954.
Sir, at least a new act comes from the grassroots level. At least 5 years required to accept that act to the actual FPOs, food business operators. At least 5 years required.
So how many people have been penalized?
One thing, madam. Here what happens, sir, our government side, here Food Safety Commissioner is appointed, and Food Safety Commissioner is not the regular commissioner. health commission, he has to look after health activities, more than 50 to 60 health activities he has to answer those things, and he is commissioner to the Ayush also and commissioner to the drug department also. Along this chain system, joint commissioner is appointed, deputy director, squad, and admin is
Now,
appointed.
you were in the squad for so many years.
Yeah, no.
You were in the state squad.
Recently I appointed.
Okay. See, in
Sir,
the
let me
state
talk-
squad, how many? You are supposed to identify these people and nab them. How many have you identified and nabbed?
No, Bansi, one thing is there. He says he is pre-nursery. Sorry, he is misguided or misinformed.
Yeah.
There were 8 acts. Prevention of Food Adulteration 1954, Fruits Product Act 1955, Meat Food Products 1973, Vegetable Oil Products 1947, then Edible Oils Packaging 1998, Solvent Extract Diesel Oil Meal, De-oiled Meal 1960. All these 8 acts were merged and made a consolidated act.
In, 2
so
years
his
ago.
statement that FSSA is only 2 years old is a misnomer.
Yes, yes.
No,
It's a
here what
misnomer.
happens, sir, manpower is also very important.
manpower, I agree,
Sir,
yes,
BBMP, Bengaluru, Brahat Mahanagar Palike, lakhs of FBOs are here, sir, doing some manufacturing, distributing, and so retail, wholesaler, whatever it may be. Sir, at least 22 FSOs are required to here, 4 DOs. At present, only 2 DOs are working, and only 10 food safety officers are working here. The huge, that is also one.
Last 3
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
one
Mr.
thing is that
Gangadhar.
he is talking of BBMP. BBMP has got a centralized food test laboratory. In last 5 years, they have tested only 3 samples and no results have been come out.
Absolutely.
It is a BBMP whole corruption, especially health department is a full corrupt.
Beehive of
Yeah, so he is now with the
that's
FSSA coming, the corporation will not have any say. They will have trade licenses only for other than food, because FSSA supersedes all other acts, food acts. So now let them not talk about BBMP. Let through News9 we appeal to government. Please take it seriously. Create infrastructure, make them to work, and see that people's food, safe food is given to the common man.
Yeah, I just want to quantify this problem. Let's understand it. Mr. Raghu is saying that on the other extreme, let's not get neurotic about hygiene. But on the level that we are speaking, let's play it safe. What are the risks we run eating adulterated food? Is cancer a risk? Is just diarrhea?
Number 1 is diarrhea, amoebiasis. So basically when you, as I said, unwashed hands, and nobody practices basic hygiene. As he said, what our ancestors have followed by separating wet foods and dry foods, how we store at home also has been changed. Everything is put in the fridge now, correct? So it is the way we practice our proper hygiene, safety, which if we have practiced over centuries, if we follow it, that would be helpful. And the other thing is, please think twice before you buy a packet which doesn't have a seal or anything. First thing is amoebiasis, the other one is, first thing, food safety.
He also spoke of toxins.
Toxins,
Now, when you
yes.
consume those toxins, what happens?
See, the toxins has a very, neurotically, it can damage nerves and then cause paralysis, and also you damage your liver also. Hepatitis B can be one of the things which has been there. Hepatitis C, hepatitis B, all this can cause damage to
Because
your liver.
often
and
a person
so many
goes through
things.
this without knowing the
What
cause.
is
He wouldn't know a pickle is the cause.
See, there was a philosopher by name Seneca in Rome who said that we don't die, we kill ourselves with fork and spoon. And in Syria there is a chemical warfare. America wants to bomb it. 1,000 people died, but lakhs died due to chemical contamination. But on a
Lakhs
daily-
died due to?
Due to chemical contamination. on a daily
Like for
basis.
example?
No, number of chemicals we consume on a daily
Like?
basis. All the food. You talk about the petroleum-based colors. You talk about the 3,800 flavors. You talk about legalized food wrong. You know, do you know the problem with is not
So
illegal-
in a nutshell, if you want to tell our viewers, don't eat this, what are the things we
What
should
I would
avoid?
say, see, that we need a better laws. For example, you see,
No. You said lakhs of people died due to eating adulterated.
You know,
So what should we avoid?
You see, food safety. When you talk about food safety is from farm to table. It's not these inspectors. I'm not saying supporting them. You know, they are less in number. They need to do more. All that is there. But where does the food safety start? It starts with the seed dressing chemical.
Correct.
Do you know Sharad Pawar admitted in the Lok Sabha last year that all our foods contain more pesticide than we allow. In wheat, it is 21,000 times. Where is the food safety? Pesticides can be bought anywhere in the country and just used, whatever the quantity. So where is the food safety? And we have food law which doesn't allow us to make good food. For example, Vanaspati. Vanaspati, in order to meet the melting point of 48 degree, you land up making a bad food because you have a bad law, which is a 50-year-old law. In order to conform to that law, you prepare in such a way, you land up with 35% of trans fatty acid, which are all banned in abroad. Now they are saying we need to change this law. Now I asked some company, can you make a good hydrogenated fat? I can't make, the law doesn't permit me to make a good fat.
Okay, but then if we have to warn our viewers not to eat this food, what are the foods we should avoid? Should we avoid all sweets?
Hygiene. See, if they say that you want to raise your boat from the sea, let the water raise. Each of us as consumers, as citizens, I think we are a very, I think when it comes to, I think Niraj Chaudhary used to say we are, it's a little bit of extreme thing, that we are animals, pigs wallowing in great big filthy sty, dreaming of a white ancestry. We have given a go by to hygiene. Hygiene should be the byword. And it's not that, you again sanitize, bring in disinfectant, bring in number of chemicals to sanitize this room, you spray a chemical and you get a nice flavor and bacteria is there in the carpet. That's not the hygiene we want.
Okay.
Do you know the man who discovered HIV, John Luke? He says all that you need to get rid of HIV is just wash with water. Just wash with water.
Right.
See,
On
one
that
thing is
note,
that, say, for example,
we have another Bengalurian joining us over the phone line. We have Mr. Ramchandra from Bannerghatta Road. What would you like to say? And he's been holding for a long time. We'll get back to Mr. Ramchandra. I'll also continue taking your calls.
See now, what he is telling, pesticides and all. That's why now even abroad, everywhere, organic farming is coming. See, we have said go by to the organic farming which our ancestors were doing. Now, in order to increase the food production, the government itself is allowed multinationals to come with the
But at the same time, if you noticed in the whole sting operation that we ran, when we asked him what kind of mangoes do you use, he said organic varieties of mangoes.
See, mango is different, but was it talking of grains? And earlier they used to use millets. Now rice, we are promoting rice and wheat, which is not very good nutrition, you can say.
Yes.
Millets, we are using it. Ragi, navane, navane, arka. See, all these millets, see, that's how healthy food, safe food, which we are preparing, and if we are, this is coming back. In fact, last week, JP Nagar, there was a big mela, organic mela, total in the Uta.
Absolutely, yes.
So that way, we have, of course, the activists are making, not only organic, this one they are making.
The whole thing.
See, it is like Mr. Raghu says, the battleground is massive.
Massive.
We are waging a war, but at a very small level.
No, but what
We're making a small
Now,
impact.
see, when people talk about yield, when they wanted to produce large quantity, you see, the quantity and quality doesn't go together.
Yeah.
When they want today, everybody who knows food, whoever knows food security in the world, always ask this question. We produce 18% more food than 7 billion people require. Why 1 billion people, 100 crore people are hungry? So this yield question that
That's because of hoarding, that's because of greed.
No, not only hoard. There is meatification and wheatification.
Yeah.
100 kg of meat consumption. 70% of the grain produced goes for meat production, not for human consumption. You see, large tracts of the earth, the cultivable land is being today not to feed people, but animals.
So that they can eat that.
So that they can eat meat. And the meat conversion, if you want a kg of beef, you have to give 8 kg of grain. If you want a kg of pork, you have to give 5 kg of grain.
Okay.
So you need to feed. You see, look at the production system we have, which is unsustainable. You go to aqua farms. To get 1 kg of shrimp, we are feeding 4 kg of sea fish. This is foolish. It's like burning the house to get rid of a mouse.
Okay.
And the food safety, again, when we talk about food safety, what we forget.
Can we come back to this and say, if you were to be fed this pickle, how would you make out you're being fed this pickle? Let's say in a restaurant, you don't normally go into the brand of the pickle. You just serve yourself whatever is left in a dish on the table. How would you react?
Only manifested ill health can tell me. Nothing else can tell me.
Only if you fall sick.
Yeah. Now let's say you're the end use customer at the restaurant. How would you
Would
react?
he even suspect the pickle in the first
Nobody would
place?
suspect the pickle. They would think that the restaurant, whatever we have eaten, whatever we have eaten, that is what is causing. Nobody is going to suspect the pickle till now.
Yes, yes.
Nobody is going to suspect the pickle unless with this awareness program somebody is going to think, oh my God, is that from the correct
See,
jar?
people get addicted to bad food. There was a study last week in Scientific American, a nice story has come on food, and they say, two group of rats. One group was given raw vegetables, grains and all that. Other one, cheese, sugar, all the junk food. And then they throw a light that would almost give them a mild shock. The one that was eating the natural food, they just run off as an evolutionary survival mechanism. The one they were feeding on the junk food, they didn't budge. They continue to eat. So yes, it's addictive. Junk food is addictive. Foods are also like drugs. We should remember. Food is
Absolutely, sugar is like a drug.
Yes. It's like a drug. It's biochemical.
Gives you comfort.
It's not just biochemical, it's psychological, it's cultural, it's social, it's economical. The number of factors. Don't look at food from nutritive angle. Dr. Gopalan, a very famous Diana, ICMR president,
exactly.
he used to tell us that don't look at food from nutritive value, look at from health value. You know, one problem that we have done damage to our food is nutritionism. We look at things in pieces, parts and pieces.
No, let us think of it as a whole.
No, that's what
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we are missing. You look at our rice.
Don't blame nutrition on that. What I'm saying
No,
is,
what we have done. See, I'll tell you, we have 1 lakh variety of rice. No, you must be knowing this. 1 lakh variety of rice.
Exactly.
National Institute of Nutrition gives 1 table of nutrition for the entire 1 lakh, which is injustice. You kill the diversity because you don't recognize. See, people, Oscar Wilde used to say, you know the price of everything but the value of nothing.
no, I'll tell you.
That's
I've
all.
always said, do not badmouth rice.
Yeah.
Because please don't badmouth rice, because rice is extremely good. And we as Indians, we eat only cereals more, like jowar or millet or ragi.
No,
or
no, we eat rice more.
No,
we
As
eat rice more.
South
but
South
what I'm
Indians
saying
we
is
eat
now
mostly
it is a
rice.
fad. It is a
Yeah.
fad. I
To
only
avoid
eat
rice,
chapati.
right.
That is because I eat only wheat. I don't eat
Don't
rice.
eat rice at
Please
night.
don't
Rice problem
badmouth
is the
rice.
polished white rice is junk. See, they say Indian
Red
food.
rice, red rice.
Red rice.
Red-
See, what?
We have
Well, in fact, we seem to be digressing at the moment. We have another Bengalurian joining us over the phone
We'd like
line,
to
Mr.
get back to John.
Krishnamurthy from RT Nagar. Yes, what would you like to say?
Hello.
Yes, please go on.
Good evening and thank you. I'm watching your TV program, and I like to say a few things which you are all already discussed it. And this is the pickles is a common man food. It is available in footpath, restaurant, 5-star, everywhere. And if this is the type of food stuff we are getting, we don't know how to prevent it. Secondly, and government authorities, whether it is health inspector or a BBMP official or somebody else, if they are not at all doing or acting anything, I don't know who has to bell the cat. How are we to prevent? And everybody goes with the saying. Suppose if we go in a big way and make a say big issue, then they say no, how that fellow has to live. It is his livelihood. Like that sympathetic things they are all talking. And it has just like a razor blade having 2 sides. This one. In this kind of thing, I don't know. You have done your job. You have exposed it. You have shown the reality. And who has to act upon that? Question mark, big question mark. And who has to execute it? Who has to control it? Who has to prevent it? They don't do anything. Since now I am now 68, I have been watching right from my childhood or boyhood. Health inspectors and this whomsoever it is, they never control anything in any restaurant or anything. We know how things go on. Let me not narrate it. So if this is the situation, I request you, whomsoever is there on the now TV in the joined in this program, what suggestions they have, how to prevent it. Okay, we don't want to hit on the stomach or livelihood of XYZ. It is not our intention. But how we should get a hygienic and a good standard food, if it is packed food or not. How we call it junk food. Yes, we are all, our boys, everybody is eating junk food. And nobody wants to eat at homely food. That is the order of the day. Now we talk of USA, America and all, we see their standards are good. Our own boys and girls who go to US and come back, they don't want to eat any of the restaurants. They don't want even houses also, they are hesitant to eat this and that. That's right. So, how are we to improve the conditions
Right.
and health?
Right, we are going to be bringing that point up. Right now we have another caller joining us from Mangalore right now. What would you like to say?
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Jayakumar, please go on.
One thing I would like to share, the food safety in India is very pathetic because of bad governance, malpractice, corruption, irresponsibility, and lack of education. I congratulate for bringing a wonderful program for News 9. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you so much. Now, the previous caller brought out the point of accepting the way things are, accepting the way that
But he
maybe
also
the
said
food
my
security
children come
officer.
from America, but you should remember, in America, people spend $4,000 for food and $8,000 for drugs. You should remember this. drug economy is double the food economy. And
No, indirectly, see, that is helping the insurance industry, medical insurance. They have
But
got-
at least they're clean, no matter what, their food is clean.
No, we have a, see, President Obama was asked, 60% of Americans are obese. They said, why American health is so bad? What do you do? Because we are all trying to Americanize. And I saw other day in Aurangabad, somebody said, Aurangabad still not developed, not a single McDonald. So we have this kind of a tendency in us. Okay, then what is to do about it? President was asked, what do you do about the health of the people so bad? Oh, it's very bad. I will talk to Walmart. Okay, this is what President of America.
No, just one
had to
second.
say.
No, Mr. Iker, see, from the food department, like the previous caller was saying, there are a few things you can do to make our lives safer. From this program, what will you take to your office and what will you do to make our lives safer?
So, as our department FSSA Act, as per Act, we have to take samples, as much as sample.
Okay.
That suspected sample we have to take and we send to the laboratory test, sir.
Okay.
When it is the adulteration or misbranded result comes, we have to put a case against them.
You will take
This is the regular procedure, sir.
You will prosecute them.
Yeah,
That is
yes.
as far as this particular case is
Yeah,
concerned.
yes, yes.
But looking at a macro picture, since you've been in the state, food department,
Yes, yes.
to make the state a safer place, how will you do it?
There we have to educate the manufacturer also. That IEC program is also implemented in the FSSA Act, sir. As per IEC program, we have to implement. We have to educate them, small manufacturers, the personal hygiene, how to and hygienic condition. They have to manufacture the food. Small manufacturers. Like this, we have to create awareness.
Are you doing it?
And being sir.
Are you doing it, Mr.
Every
Gangadhar? Are you
sir,
doing it?
every-
Yes, sir. Regular visits. we
Yeah,
have-
yeah, sir.
You have regular visits to
Sir,
small
what I am telling is,
I-
sir, they say 200 inspectors have to be there, only 20 are there.
Okay.
What they have to do is, first and foremost, license them under stipulated condition,
Okay.
educate them.
Okay.
So have a surveillance. You need not go daily. You make a surprise visit. That creates, that sends a good message.
Yes.
In last 2 years, how many licenses they have issued?
Okay.
How many surveillance visits they have been done?
Okay.
How many samples have been tested? Random samples.
Yes.
See, that is how they have to implement. Yes, Act has come. Act is empowers them. But first thing is government should basic infrastructure. Whatever infrastructure, let them select out of 198 words. Let them take 2 words. Yes, this 2 words.
Absolutely, as
this
model
year
words.
We will license it.
No, I get the point. Now, Mr. Iker, how do you make the state a safer place?
Sir, here whatever the pickles manufacturing unit you are showing now, sir,
Yeah.
as FSSA regulations, we cannot issue license this kind of.
You cannot
units,
issue
sir.
license. As
Yeah.
far as this is concerned,
Yeah, sir.
but at a macro picture, you have so many processed foods. You have chickies that we eat regularly.
Yes, sir.
You have ordinary things like papads and so many variety, even mixture, chips.
Yeah,
Sir,
everything.
as FSSA Act,
Yeah.
below 12 lakhs their turnover is there, they have to register their units,
Okay.
small units. The registration certificate is enough for them.
Okay.
Even issuing the registration, the area FSOs, madam is the area FSOs, that local area.
Okay.
See,
Now, Ms. Saraswati, now you were telling us that the area you have is a huge area. You are in charge of North, and also
North Taluk.
North Taluk. That's a huge area.
Huge area.
Nelamangalam.
Nelamangala, okay. So one of the constraints for you is your resources and this huge jurisdiction.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, when you went particularly to that unit you were saying earlier, what are the problems you experienced when you went there?
When I went there, that owner is not there.
Owner is not there, yes.
And then one lady is sitting inside the house.
Okay.
And she told that it's not my house. Simply I'm sitting here.
Okay.
And then one fellow, he told, I'll bring the owner.
Okay.
He'll tell, and
He went away and you never
He
came
went
back.
off.
Correct.
I
And then you
waited half
said,
an hour there only, but nobody.
okay. And you said when you went to check the containers, they said it
Just,
only contains water.
That is only water, nothing is there. I told to open that.
Okay.
And afterwards he opened and.
And you found pickles.
Yeah.
So this is a classic case where you see the actual person doing it, an offender. You're not able to penalize him. You're not able to bring him to book.
Sir, without the manufacturer owner, we cannot do anything.
Legally actions we can't take.
Yes, a particular person is very important. Day to day, she is going to visit that same place.
Correct.
She will find out who is.
You will find out, and you will book them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are the cases you will book them under? Sections.
Section 63 without
Section 63.
without license running the unit.
Number 1.
163.
Penalty for that is?
Penalty for that our DOs
Decide.
has the power to penalize up to 1 lakh.
Up to 1 lakh. Okay. Any offence under which he can be imprisoned?
Sir, imprisoned means she has to take sample. The
You
pickle
have to take the sample, get it
Yeah.
tested,
Yeah.
and with that you can penalize him for which. So
once that sample is confirmed as it is adulterated or misbranded, then only.
But the sample hasn't been taken in this case.
By
No,
seeing
they are
only
going to collect it. They presume, see, that has to be there.
Even if the
They
owner
go
is not
tomorrow,
there, you
all
can
the
collect
sample
the
will
sample,
vanish.
right?
legally we can't take.
The owner has to be there.
Owner is
Have to
must
get
be
silent
there.
all from.
Owner is must there. It is a long process.
But if the owner knows
Now,
he's done something
up to
wrong,
3
he will
hours